Welcome to episode 1 of the virtual Forwards Work Club. We have adapted the work club so that you can get involved anytime, anywhere. This way you can rewatch episodes at your leisure and refresh your memory when and if you need to. As you can see, we are skipping the enrollment part of the course, so the course structure has altered slightly. We have also made changes to the normal format to keep these videos nice and short and sweet. All you'll need for this session is a pen or a pencil, some paper, and somewhere that you find comfortable and away from any distractions. I also recommend listening to this episode with a pair of earphones if you have a pair free. Pause the video now if you need time to set up. Today we are covering mindfulness and stress. My name is Neil and I'm going to be your guide today as we try and unwind and relax to lift any stress and anxieties you may have. What I want you to do first is take a moment to think about what causes you to feel stressed. Perhaps it's meeting others for the first time, or being told to complete a task by a certain deadline. It could be an interview that you've been invited to next week, or maybe it's just money. Maybe it's as simple as loud noises or what's being broadcast on the news. All of these and pretty much anything else that can cause someone to feel stressed, we refer to as triggers. It could be all these triggers or none of them that affect you. Whatever it may be, stress can affect us all, and research tells us the best way of dealing with stress is by confronting it, accepting it as the root problem and trying to move past it. What I want you to do now is take a moment to write down some of the triggers that make you feel stressed. If you haven't got a pen or paper or simply aren't able to write anything down, that's okay. I recommend you just say them quietly to yourself a few times. To give yourself a few minutes to really think about what causes you to feel stressed, pause the video now. Now hopefully you managed to think up a few triggers that cause you to feel stressed. If you want, share what makes you feel stressed in the comments section below. You never know, someone out there might find it comforting to see they're not the only one dealing with the same triggers you are. I'll share a few triggers that I have to deal with as well. Loud noises. Crashing of pots and pans, loud vehicles immediately cause me to feel more stressed. Number 2, paying bills, a very common trigger that affects nearly everybody. And number 3, catching up with friends, something that I've never been able to quite understand, but a trigger that seems to exist right up until the point where I'm actually in their company. Okay, now that we've covered what causes you to feel stressed, how about we look at how to deal with it? Like before, I want you to pause the video and take a moment to write down or simply just think about methods in which you use to overcome stress. Here are a few remedies that I use to get you started. Listening to music, exercise, and reading. Pause the video now to complete this task. Excellent, I hope you managed to think of a few remedies. We're all very different, so no one method is going to be beneficial to everyone. That being said, share some of your remedies down below in the comments section, as you might be able to offer a remedy to someone else out there. Here are a few other suggestions people have been known to use, maybe some of them will be of use to you in the future. Switch off and unplug. Step away from any work activities for 5 minutes. Sit in total silence, in peace and quiet. Meditation. Some people like to stare into a candle flame for a while and have their minds simply wander. Headspace. The app Headspace on your phone can actually offer some guided meditation. Or completing a crossword or word search. Any distraction from everyday life can always alleviate worries and concerns. We are approaching the end of this week's session, but before you jump up and dive back into everyday life, why not take a couple of minutes to relax a little longer? Take a few slow, deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. Listen to the sounds and relax. Thank you for joining us today for episode 1 of the Virtual Forwards Work Club. We are leaving some links in the video description below for you to check out, which includes information on mindfulness, dealing with stress and anxiety. Please leave feedback in the comments section below and feel free to make suggestions of what you'd like to have covered in future videos. We hope to see you next week.